Okay, okay, cool.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we will start with the one who has said hello first. That is T.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Rashid Tijani from Nigeria. I'm actually an undergraduate of Obafemi Awolowo University Computer Engineering student. But I saw these adverts online, so I tried to apply for African Data School. So after a week or 2 weeks, I saw a mail notifying me about the approval of my admission. So and I'm really interested in blockchain and smart contracts. So that's why I felt like this would be good for me to get started with. So that's all about me for now. Hello?
Hello. Yes, I'm here. Uh, yeah. Thank you. Call it J. Yeah, it's called it J. So let's go to the next person, and please mute your mic. Let's go to the next person. That was Damaris was here first.
Hello.
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 Yes, we can hear
Hello?
you.
Damaris. My name is Damaris Waithira. I'm a civil instructor student, but I'm also into peer-to-peer trading that involves crypto. I think that's where my interest is developed, and I think I want to know more than just trading crypto. I want to know what exactly happens in the code.
Awesome. Let's hear from Gideon. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Good evening.
Evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, Gideon. I'm from Kenya. I also saw your advert online. I'm just interested in learning about Forex, especially trading with cryptos. That is my area of interest. Thank you.
Let's hear from Mwangi. Yeah, is it Mwangi? Yeah. Hello.
Hello. We can hear you.
Is Mwangi available? Mwangi, it's turn. Is it Wamora? Yeah, Wamora.
It's not in Mwangi. So I was surprising who was that guy is. All right. Of course, I'm Mr. Wamora from Tanzania. Yeah, of course, I've been involved with African Data School, I think since May. I applied for course in, of course, data science, but I had other commitment. Then I had to drop that data science course. Then I decided to join this program in relation to blockchain. Of course, I'm an energy entrepreneur in Tanzania, and currently I'm supporting some avocado farmers. So my interest with the blockchain is particular on improving the value chain in avocado value chain. I mean, from exactly when the fruit is just harvested to when it is stored to when it is transferred to even to reach to the final consumer. So I'm interested on how blockchain can improve the process as well to identify the couple of blocks within the chain, as well as to get knowledge on the smart contracts. So that is my area of interest with this blockchain.
Awesome, awesome. Let's go to Ambrose. Ambrose A. Ambrose, it's your turn to. It's your turn.
Yeah, hi everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, we can hear you. Yes, you can hear you.
You can hear.
Jay, please mute your mic. Jay, please mute your mic.
Hi everyone. Good evening.
Yes, we can hear you.
Ambrose, I'm from Lagos, Nigeria, and I'm a freelance ICT consultant. And I happened to come across African Data School on the Facebook, and I was interested in the course advertised, which is on blockchain and cryptocurrency. Actually, my main interest is on blockchain. I want to be a freelance blockchain developer. So I think I'm in the right place, and to have the right tutor like you, Mr. Jordan, I think it will fulfill my dream to be a freelance developer on blockchain and smart contracts. So I look forward to a very good time with you and your school. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I think we all have expectations, and we have different goals and outcomes that we want to achieve out of the course. So so today I'll do more of introductions. We have done introductions. We have introduced ourselves, and I'll do more of introducing you to what is blockchain and what blockchain entails, and the terminologies and the common terminologies used in blockchain technology, and in the environment. And so this week I will be introducing you to, we will do introduction to blockchain fundamentals. We'll learn what is a blockchain. We'll learn what is decentralization, properties of blockchain, and the types of blockchains, and how does a blockchain work. You will have to, in the next session, I will be able to show you an example of a blockchain explorer and how blockchain works. And at the end of this week, we'll also be able to cover why or the nine, I've covered five verticals of blockchain, but they are nine. And so I've covered the major ones, which are setting the trend on the blockchain space. So you will learn why there is a need for blockchain in your business, and why you would want your business to use blockchain, because not all solutions require blockchain. Different solutions require different approaches, all methodologies of solving the problem. So that will be week one. Yeah. So And then we will be able to learn we will be able to see the different career opportunities in the blockchain space. So we have blockchain developer who blockchain developer are mainly more in depth, who are creating the blockchain infrastructures, like the layer two, the like like uh like blockchain architects, architects themselves, who who create the system itself. Because smart contract developer is a career on its own. We have blockchain solution architects, we have blockchain project managers, we have blockchain UX designer, that is user experience designers. We have blockchain quality engineers, we have blockchain legal consultants, and we even have people who do smart contract audits. Smart contract audits. So you have written your contract. Like OpenZeppelin is a company known for auditing smart contracts of different projects. Other connected roles and accountants, public relation, marketers, crypto journalists, managers, and crypto brokers, analysts, ICO advisors, traders, and yeah, and what there are so many roles opening up in blockchain. These are a few career opportunities that have uh, come across. And yeah, so without further ado, we will start with something. I'll ask. I like asking questions, and I'll ask. So can somebody, or maybe on the chat, a very quick question? What or what do you think is blockchain? In your own terms, what is blockchain? Hello? Yeah, on the chat, you can write something. What are your thoughts? What is blockchain? Okay, so Ambrose is saying it's a decentralized ledger. Someone else? There is no long answer. All. Yeah, there is no long answer. So Jay is saying that blockchain is a ledger that creates transaction from one chain to another. Okay, awesome. So Gideon is saying it's transactions of records. Yeah. So this Wamora is saying ways of recording transaction in a decentralized manner. Awesome. So this is awesome. So blockchain, there are mainly two definitions of blockchain. So blockchain sometimes is referred to as a distributed ledger or ledger technology. Is a system of recording information in a way that makes it difficult or impossible to change, hack, or cheat the system. The second definition is a blockchain is essentially a digital ledger of transactions that is duplicated and distributed across the entire network of computer system on the blockchain. So each block in the chain contains a number of transactions, and that contains a number of transactions, and every time a new transaction occurs on the blockchain, a record of that transaction is added to every participant's ledger with an immutable cryptographic signature called a hash. The decentralized database managed by multiple participants is also known. This is another definition that it's just a decentralized database called DLT, or distributed ledger technology. So there are some few keywords that I've mentioned, or I've highlighted on my on my PowerPoint, and one is a block, transaction, cryptographic, and hash. So I think most of us, and that's where the word blockchain comes from. It's a block of records chained together in a way that they cannot be immuted, in a way that they cannot be changed, or the participant of that particular ledger cannot manipulate. I believe most people know the inner working of a bank. So normally banks have the old ways of keeping records before there were centralized organization that used to keep that now manages our transactions and fiat currency, that fiat money that we normally use, used to store those data in a spreadsheet. Now, one problem about spreadsheet is that there is manipulation. It's not tamper-proof. So a cashier or a bank crack can come in and be able to tamper those records and change the way a specific transaction, or even remove a certain transaction. Now, giving the system, making the system not to be trusted. So with blockchain technology and the creation of a distributed ledger where every participant have access to this ledger, there is no need for you to trust any central authority with it. So that is one of the advantage of blockchain. So I'll be defining these blocks. The blocks, you will get to know more about the blocks in the most likely next week, or yeah. And I will speak more about cryptography or cryptographic signatures and hash in later sessions. Then next question is, what is decentralization? So decentralization is the process by which the activities of an organization, all are particularly those regarding planning and decision making, are distributed or delegated away from a central authority or location. So mainly what blockchain brought about, or what blockchain tries to solve, is to remove the central power of records. It's to remove the central authority of records. To remove the central authority of records. During the Cold War, the blockchain technology, as I think it's a fun fact or something. During the Cold War, the blockchain, the internet or decentralization was first proposed for military technology, and it was due to the fear that Americans feared that Russia would be bombing their places. So they wanted to have different places where they can be able to. They wanted a decentralized system where they can store information in the internet. Yeah. So that's one scenario where blockchain was first introduced, and in our day-to-day life, I'll still go back to the example of the banking institution. So there are banks whereby banks which are centralized, whereby if you misplace your credit card, you have to go to like the main branch of your bank, and your credit card is replaced there. Nowadays, nowadays in Kenyan Kenyan's bank, a while back here in Kenya, there used to be, I think that was in 2010 or 2013, yeah, 2013. So I went and I tried to apply for a credit card, but on another branch, and they had to tell me that I had to go to the main branch so that I have to so that the credit card has to be processed there. And then there was the banks never had those equipment they do have now, whereby they create your credit card instantly these days. Yeah, these days they do that. So they removed that central power for that was given to I don't remember the company that was given that authority to print the credit cards. So they removed that power from a central authority, giving each and every branch in Kenya the ability to print those cards instantly. This removed fraudulent actors in the system. That is another important thing about decentralization. So in blockchain, decentralization refers to the transfer of control and decision making from a centralized entity. That is, it can be an individual, organization, or a group, to a distributed network. So everybody who has a right to that system is able to access the blockchain, and is able to light on the blockchain without having to consult the central authority or organization. So decentralized networks, I've mentioned decentralized network. There are various types of decentralized networks, not decentralized, but there are various types of networks. We have distributed networks, we have decentralized networks, and we have, hello, excuse me. Could you please, I don't know who is not muted. Gideon, yeah, Gideon. Gideon, could you kindly mute? Okay, so we have different types of network. We have distributed, centralized, and we have distributed networks, and we have decentralized network, and we have decentralized. Yeah, those are three networks. Yeah, so we in blockchain we normally use this decentralized network, and distributed ledger that is the networks are decentralized. The networks are decentralized. Everybody has access to that network, and the information is distributed. So decentralized networks are made up of computers, also known as nodes, that interact on a direct peer-to-peer basis without the need for third parties. Like, yeah, within the decentralized network, information is distributed to every single node on the network. Each node has an updated copy of all recorded data. Decentralized network can also distribute data so that certain private information can be validated with it without the information being transferred to a third party. So data is validated by using an agreed upon consensus mechanism, which often involves the other computers on the network checking the validity of that data before it becomes permanently imprinted on the blockchain. So a node, think of a node as a node is a computer connected to the internet with certain set parameters that that if these parameters are not met, then this data is not validated by the node. Think of a node as the bank teller or the cashier or on the supermarket. So you go there and you want to withdraw an amount of money that maybe, let's say, like 20,000. You want to withdraw 20,000 from your bank. So the cashier looks, or the bank teller looks at your account and validates and checks whether you have 20,000 on your account. If there is 20,000 in your account, then the teller gives you permission to withdraw. So the same thing for a node. A node in a blockchain network or in a decentralized network acts the same. There are certain parameters agreed upon by different nodes that they have to be correct so that that data is validated. In the same scenario for the bank. So if those parameters are not met, then it means that your data is invalid and is rejected. Everybody in the network or every node in the network rejects that data. So consensus mechanism are like parameters or rules that are agreed upon in terms of validating data. So we will come and see and learn more about consensus mechanism and the different types of consensus mechanism. We do have proof of stake, proof of work, basically the most common ones are proof of work and proof of stake. We'll come and see the difference between proof of work and proof of stake. Yeah. So on our next slide, I mentioned about the different terminologies, and this kind of must, I think most of us have heard about the different terms. Yeah, so we will learn more about different terms as we dive deeper into the course. So we have airdrop. Airdrop is a process of distributing free cryptocurrency coin to the general public. So mainly when you create your first cryptocurrency or you have something new, one of the marketing strategies to do an airdrop, even in real life, people do give airdrops. And apart from this airdrop, people also relate to them in terms of relief food when the Red Cross used to do some airdrops, yeah, or during wartime when since people wouldn't want to go into conflict zone, they do airdrops. So it's basically the same. So yeah, and then we have altcoins. Altcoins is any cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin. We have Ethereum, DAI, Doge, USDT, Zero, something that is an alternative of Bitcoin. Sorry. Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency that came into existence in 2009 by Satoshi Nakamoto. It's a currency that does not require centralized authority to work or function. We have DAO. DAO stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. So these are organizations which are fully decentralized. They do not have central authority. The community has to be, some of the blockchain companies, some of them are decentralized, are decentralized and autonomous, whereby they do not have like, they have to come up with a consensus mechanism that everybody in the community has to be involved. Then we have dApps. dApps stands for decentralized applications that run without the control of a central authority. So think of this as the mobile applications that we have, like Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, now being decentralized, learning without central authority, learning without somebody like Zuckerberg and the author of Twitter, or the creator of Twitter. Think of them as such applications without the central authority. Then we have ERC20 token, or ERC20 is a technical stand for issuing token, stands for issuing tokens on Ethereum blockchain. So ERC20, or Ethereum request for comment, is a standard that the Ethereum developers or ecosystem, the developers came up with a list of standards that are supposed to be followed when you are creating an ERC20 token. So we have ETH, Ether, or ETH, ETH. ETH is the fuel that powers distributed Ethereum network. So it's the native currency for Ethereum network. We have fiat currency, or fiat. Fiat is the government-controlled currency and is declared as legal tender. So there is a whole topic on the origin of money and what is money. That one, I may recommend during your free time you research and do a research on origin of currency or money, and you will see the different types of money and form of method, and you will also learn more about maybe characteristics of currency. So one characteristic of currency is that currency must be accepted by the community. It has to be divisible. It has to be portable. It has to be the last one I can't remember. Yeah, so it has to be portable, accepted, divisible. So you will learn more about and where the now fiat from the origin of money to where we are now. Yeah, that one I may recommend you do yeah, only search. Then we have ICO. ICO stands for initial coin offer, that is used by startup to raise funds by selling tokens. So ICO, you can think of ICOs as shares on blockchain. So if a certain company sells you an ERC20 token, they are basically selling you like a share of the company, and with a promise that once the coin hits the market, there will be returns. There will be return. And then we have mainnet. We have different types of networks. We have the main one is mainnet, and that's why it's called mainnet. Mainnet is a working blockchain product that also provides the ability to transfer digital currencies between users in a blockchain environment. So we have a test net, we have private networks. We have a test net is where you do your testing of smart contract. It's like a sandbox, and you are able to test your smart contracts. Then we have 51% attack. Is an attack. Attack is a common vulnerability with blockchain technology. It can be exploited by a group of miners if they control 50% of the hash rate of the whole network. So if the I've talked about consensus mechanism. So if the miners who operate a node have power, have control of the hash rate of the whole network, then they can be able to, and they come into an agreement, then they can attack the blockchain network. So this one we will also learn about it more, and why right now most blockchain are moving or are preferring to use proof of stake as the consensus mechanism, and more details on how to use carbon-free blockchain that does not use that does not consume that much power. So the proof of stake and proof of work. Proof of work consumes a lot of energy, whereas a proof of stake does not consume a lot of energy. So we'll also get to learn about those differences in later topic. Yeah. So utility, we have another term that is utility token. Utility token is a token that has a utility attached to it. They are used for accessing a product or a service. So you have also heard some people say that some coins are shit coins, and the coins which are labeled as shit coins are coins that do not have utility into them. They don't have a service or a product. So we have different coins that have utility, all like BTT. For those who are used to downloading torrents on Pirate Bay or other places, BTT offers a token for you to access a bigger rate for downloading your torrent. We also have Brave browser, that is Brave browser and BAT token. BAT token is rewarded to users who are using Brave browsers. So that is a utility coin that has utility when you are using when you are using Brave browser. And yeah, then we have another coin that has a utility. Ethereum for ETH itself has a utility value, because when you are deploying smart contract, you are accessing a service that Ethereum blockchain offers. So you have to use Ethereum for you to deploy the smart contract. So when you are creating a token, for those who wants to move in the lines of creating ERC20 tokens or creating non-fungible token, first of all, the best thing that you can ever do is when creating your roadmap, make sure that your coin has a utility, a utility attached to it. Otherwise, that coin will be labeled as a scam or a coin that has no utility. So we have DYOR. DYOR stands for do your own research, and this mainly applies to people who are doing trading. Most time you will or people who are investing in cryptocurrency, or people who generally people who are trading. So if you are doing trading with cryptocurrencies, first of all, do your own research. And you doing your own research entails that you have to look for a wallet that secures your assets, an exchange that has good security and has good reputation, and also you are investing in a coin that has utility value. And yeah, then there is another one. This one is most common, even in finance. It stands for fear of missing out. So people who don't do their own research, they fear missing out, and then they buy in a rush. And and when they buy in a rush, then they start saying that, oh, I don't know why the coin is going down. They feared that they were going to miss out, and then they invested without doing their own research. So yeah, you have to. Yeah. Then we have FUD, stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Yeah, yeah. So those are some of the terminologies that you need to know. And we will these are just a sample. As we dive deeper, there are more and more terminologies that I'll be introducing. So these are how the blockchain differs from a database. So mainly a database has one single point of one single point of storage. For those who are developers, they know Mongo, they know MySQL. They also know they know how different the database architects looks like, where we have a server and the database and then the client. But for blockchain, we only have the database, and every client has access to the data without having to go through the server. So every record equal, they have access. So a database running on World Wide Web is most often using a client server network architects. For a blockchain database, each participant maintains, calculates, and updates new entries into the database, and all nodes work together to ensure they are all coming to the same conclusion, providing inbuilt security for network. So with centralized database or form of storing information, there is a high chance, or a single point of there is a high chance that the system will fail without having to without creating backups. Then the system will definitely fail, and the copy of that database is destroyed. So regularly, uh, 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 like the way I see with people who have WordPress sites and WooCommerce sites, they normally need to create a backup of the database. So after maybe like on a monthly basis, depending on the traffic of the e-commerce, maybe on a weekly basis, And if something bad happens, like let's say a junior developer or something happens to the database, it fails, then they have a problem when recovering that data. But with blockchain, you do not need to create multiple backups of your e-commerce. So that's the difference between databases and blockchain. And yeah, these the differences. So databases have admins and centralized control. So in blockchain, there is no admin. No one is the admin or in charge. Only entities with right can access the database. Anyone can access the public blockchain. Only entities entitled to read or write can do so. Anyone who has the right proof of work can write on the blockchain. Databases are fast. Blockchain are slower, even though currently they are working on making the blockchain a little bit faster. There are blockchains which are like Zero blockchain, which if you do a transaction, it's allowed, I think, not 0. It's, I think it's 1 second, one transaction. Yeah. So no history of records or ownership of digital records. So another thing, maybe I had mentioned about Pirate Bay earlier. So when you common attacks happens on HTTPS, and the entertainment industry have seen a lot of piracy of their digital records. That is the movies, the artworks, the music. So when you upload your music on a database, on a system that is based on database, you don't actually have the ownership of your records, because they are controlled by an admin. So if the admin decides to drop your song, it's dropped. But in your when it comes to blockchain, using IPFS is interplanetary file system, whereby you can be able to store your digital records, that is your certificates, your music, your movies. Then you are able to see who is sharing your files, and even go a further step, or another step to even monetizing your music and your digital assets. That was seen this year with the introduction of NFTs, where artists were able to sell their art, their digital ownership of that art to someone, and they were able to make millions. Also, you see there is removal of intermediaries in that process. There is removal of intermediaries, because with a centralized system, there are so many brokers in between who will control what you are selling. So with blockchain, history of records and ownership of digital records is guaranteed that you are the owner. So yeah. Before we go to I think what will be a bit the next section, I think itakuwa from 6:30. Yeah, from 6:30. So I talked of different networks, and as you can see, these are an illustration of different networks, that is centralized, decentralized, and distributed networks. So centralized networks in organization, in centralized organization, primary decisions are made by the person or persons at the top of the organization. So as you can see, all decisions, recently I had a chance to attend a robotic class, and the instructor said that an octopus has eight legs, and every decision the octopus makes, like one leg could be placed on a fire, the other one on a lock, the other one in a, so that's the sensors are kind of the octopus sensors are kind of distributed. So those nervous system of an octopus are able to make decision without having to involve the central brain. So the same with distributed or distributed networks. So in centralized organization, as you can see, every branch in a banking system, every branch, different branch, like maybe one in Lagos and the other one in here in Nairobi, Kenya, and another one in Tanzania, and they have a central bank that is based in Lagos. So when a certain or a major crisis happens, or a major attack happens on the branch, it affects the central bank, which is located in Lagos, making work hard and making the decision making very hard for the different branches. But with decentralized system, every organization or every branch is able to make its own decision without having to inquire from the central bank. Now it gets even better with distributed networks, whereby every bank has it's an entity on its own. It's able to make the primary decision without having to inquire from the major branches. Yeah. So a distributed system is similar to a decentralized one in that it does not have a single central owner, but going a step further, it eliminates centralization. Yeah. So those are the types and different types of networks and systems. The last one, I think this is the last bit, so that I may do a practical or a demo on how a blockchain works. So we have properties of a distributed ledger or properties of blockchain. Blockchain is programmable. Blockchain is programmable in that you can be able to create smart contracts and other applications and applications on top of blockchain. There's something that I also want to make it clear that Bitcoin is an application and blockchain is the backbone of Bitcoin is an application and blockchain is the technology whereby you build on top of it. And yeah, so blockchain is programmable. Blockchain is anonymous. The identity of participants is either anonymous or pseudonymous. So anonymous means that you have an anonymity. Nobody will be able to know that this this is Gideon or Wamora who did send me 10 Bitcoins. So nobody will be able to know that. So pseudonymous, you can almost means the same. Pseudonymous almost means almost the same. Yeah. Anonymous and pseudonymous, it uses code pseudonyms or not pseudonym, but names that no any. Yeah. So we have another property that is blockchain is secure. All records are individually encrypted using encryption. We have an anonymous, all network participants. Yeah. Anonia. Wow. That one. All network participants agree to the validity of each of the records. So this is everyone has to agree with the rule sets that a particular record is valid. They agree. That is it has consensus mechanism. That is consensus. So every blockchain must have a consensus mechanism, a way that people are able to resolve and are able to validate data on the network. So all blockchains are distributed. All network participants have a copy of the ledger for complete transparency. It's immutable. Nobody can be able to change. And any valid records are irreversible and cannot be changed. It's time stamped. A transaction is time stamped, is recorded on a blockchain. So those are the 7 properties of distributed ledger. And also something to note is something else maybe you might do a research on is Marco tree. Yeah, Marco tree and time stamping. Yeah, so let me show you let me share something on this. I hope you can see my screen. Hello? Let me do a new share. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, okay. I hope you can see my screen.
We are with you. We can see your screen.
Okay. So these are an example of before that. Let me share with you this. So I would like you to register to this platform. Chat it's on the chat. So as I do the demonstration, you can be registered in. I'll share with you the resources and materials on this platform. Is that okay? Hello? Hello?
We can hear you. We can hear you. We are with you.
Okay. So this blockchain it's a demo that was done by, it's a visualization of how blockchain works, and you can also play with it and see the different ways. If you can try removing a block, you can try adding a block and see how it behaves. So I'll do a simple demonstration of the blockchain itself. So I'll start with a hash, and yeah, so we can try and hash the word, maybe like ADS. So it has generated a hash. This what we call a hash. So it's this data that is inputted there, which is hashed. So every, like a message can be hello, hello ADS. So every character, including the spaces, are hashed, and a hash of the system is created. A hash of the data is created, and so mainly you will find this, that is secure hash algorithm 256. It's what mainly most blockchain use. Ethereum, Ceros, Solana, Avalanche blockchain, they use this secure hash algorithm. Then we have a block. So a block of this data, So we have block 1 with announce. So announce, I will go deeper on nouns on a later topic. So if we hash the data is variable, and then we mine it. So once it's mined, it has been mined, and it has been updated, and we have generated a hash. So you can go and try. I've shared this link on the chat. You can go and see. It's a simple way of understanding how blockchain works. So then we go to the whole blockchain, the entire blockchain. So if we try to change this one, so a block contains a hash of the current data and of the previous block. So this 0000157, it's a previous hash. It's the previous hash on block number 2, and the hash for that block, it's this one, 0012. So they are interlinked. If I try to remove this block and right there, like 10, then it's actually, it was mined, but it devalues the other blocks. You see, these other blocks are devalued, like they are not of value anymore, because this block has been tampered with. This block has been tampered with. Yeah. So the blockchain contains, it's a link. There is another concept of blockchain whereby they say that the like a DNA that tries to explain how blockchain works. If I inherited my DNA, then I will be able to pass that DNA to from my parents. Then I will be able to pass DNA to my kids, and my kids will be able to. So if any of that DNA is altered with, then that person is not related to us. And that's why I've said to understand more about it, I'll also speak about Marco tree into deep, but as a way to keep you it interesting, you can go and read more about Marco tree, or Marco tree of life, so, something like that. Marco, this one. Marco tree in blockchain and in other areas. This one. And it's a simple mathematical way to verify the data on a Marco tree. It's mainly used in cryptocurrency. So these blocks now becomes invalid because already we have tampered with it. Yeah, and then we have distributed. So this is peer A, and this is peer B. So this, like, I use A, B, C, D, like every person has the same information. So this one has the same information, the other one has the same information, and the other one has the same information. So that's how the records is distributed. You can also fork this code from GitHub and try to experiment with it. Then we have tokens. So these are tokens, and this one shows the list of all transactions that were made by different users when you wako hapa, who are inputted in this example. So this one shows that Dancy sent $25 to Dancy, from Dancy to Bingley, and the same. Yeah. So every record is recorded, and this another transaction. These are block of transactions, and they are distributed. Then we have Coinbase. These are Coinbase transaction. These are how transaction on Coinbase are displayed. So there is another place where you can be able to. Okay, I'll answer the questions. J's root. Root is like in biology they say that there is the where the DNA originates, or like the root of, like in a plant we have where the plant is the root this the root, this the first block. So the first block, which is also called genesis, or the beginning of a blockchain, it's the first root. So and then there are branches. There are branches in the Marco tree. In the Marco tree, there are branches. So if think of those branches as now the block 2. If I remove block 2, then these other branches are not related to the first block, to this first block. the first block, if I remove the first block and like that, then these other blocks would be related to the root. This will be another block, and then blocks which will be created, to the, if now I mine, this now, this the previous block now, which has been automatically added here. If I mine this, then this block becomes related to the first block. Let's do that. So it's a tedious work if you try to change the first block, because you will now have to change the entire blocks, so that they relate to the previous blocks, to the root of this block. This is just a sample. Yes, you can do with a small sample, but with a big sample like this one, this etherscan.io, this is where this is a blockchain explorer. You can be able to search for different coins, like search for USD. Okay, ERC20 tokens. Let's just take a look at one Tether. So if you now try to change like every records, if you have access to the Tether ERC20 token, as this is the list of all the transactions that have happened. It's actually there are many. This is the total of transactions that have been made on the USDT. So if we try to change this one, if we try to change this hash, this block, this is the block number. If we try to change this block now, you see, we will have to change like the entire blockchains that were there previously. Making it hard because as you can see, these transactions are many. These are many transactions, so you cannot even finish in a near. Cannot, because they are many, because they will have to be mined by the nodes or the miners. They will have to mine and then validate whether that block is correct or is incorrect, and most of them will be rejected because they are incorrect, because they are you are trying to change it. You are trying to change the system, and since you are just one person trying to change, will take you a lot of time. So that is this is Etherscan, where you can be able to see the different types of coins. You can view the ERC20, the top ERC20 tokens, the list of all of them. VeChain, Tron, AMP, everything. So this like the record of all coins and tokens in the Ethereum blockchain. There are many, so the list goes on and on. We have ERC 721 token. There. And then we have resources. If you are a developer, there are resources, there are chart and statistics, and Here from homepage, these are the latest block where different miners have mined a transaction. So there is the nano pool, there is back pool, hive on pool, ETH mine, Frets pool. These are the verified transactions, the verified blocks. And once a block is mined, then it's followed by, let's see, like this one, which has been verified like now. So it's time stamped. It has a timestamp and it has a block height. A transaction. It was mined by that nano in 5 seconds. Then the block rewards, miners always get a reward of 3.33 ethers. Have one core rewards. They don't have. We have difficulties, total difficulties, size, and the amount of gas used. So and then there is the hash and the parent hash and secure hash, 3 uncles and states. So these are what accompanies a block, or what makes a block. Yeah. Let's see. Chat. Chat. So has anybody been able to register? Or is there any person who has a question? Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
go ahead.
thank you. Okay, what about the GWEI? What does that mean, the GWEI?
The
WEI.
GW.
The give like the ETH
Oh,
GWEI.
that is GUI. GUI.
Yeah, what?
So we in Ethereum, that was to come on a later topic. So let me back up a little bit. So we have introduction to Ethereum, and on introduction to Ethereum, I'll introduce what is Ethereum and ETH, and what is Web 2 and Web 3. So GUI is a denomination of ETH. It's a denomination of ETH. So ETH has GUI. It has see, let me see the other.
Okay, is it something like Satoshi?
Yeah, it's like Satoshi. Yeah, it's like Satoshi. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a small unit. There is Zambo. There is Zambo, which is I think it's the smallest one, which was named after Nick Zabon. Yeah. Next week we'll be able to learn more about Ethereum next week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was something that I see. Yeah. There was something that I wanted to see. Yeah, I think we can if there is no other question, we can go on. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, sure. We are with you. We are with you.
Okay. These properties, I think, as I have shown you, some of them are here, like the hash, the parent hash, and secure hash, uncos, and state root. So these properties are important in a blockchain, because they make that's what makes the blockchain. That's what makes the blockchain. So they're different
Okay.
type. Yeah.
If I may ask, you talked about Ethereum.
Mhm.
When someone want to create a token like Pancake Swap on BSC blockchain, BSC,
Binance.
for example, yeah, BSC Smart Chain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I want to search up a coin, for example, like there is another coin created on Pancake Swap. Can they create another coin on Pancake Swap? Just like, you understand what I mean?
If you want to create something similar to Pancake Swap.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You can create the good thing about blockchain. Most of these projects are open source. Most projects are open source. So like so most projects like let's see, Uni. So I don't know if they. So it's on. Yeah. So this is Uniswap.
Yeah.
Which is an ERC. It's an ERC 721. And this Uniswap, I think this is version 3. So the contract code is actually available here, if I'm not wrong. So this is where if you have access, I had spoken about access. If you have access to read light, if I do have access, which I only have access to light, is to actually make a transaction call.
Za ne ga mana yi lokacin muna zaune zan yi sallan nan suke magana.
Hello?
Okay, my room question ne.
Could you kindly mute? So I can only make so this one I'll left, the approve function is universal. So this one, anybody can write on the approve function. Ban is only given to the owner of the contract. So that one is for the owner or the authorized owner. Mint function, the owner can mint, or the person who is given authority to mint, they can be able to mint other Uniswaps. So like right now they have a maximum supply of 73,000 Univis. But in case of demand or something arises, they can mint others. So there is multi-calls. So to see the source code of the contract, you will have to go to the contract address, contracts, and yeah, these are all the code. The code. This is the non-fungible position manager, the Uniswap v3 pool .solidity, fixed point, full math, non-fungible position manager. Those are managing contracts. So there are many. All of them are listed here, because you have to verify your code while you are deploying your contracts. And then some projects are open source, like the Uniswap one. If you go to GitHub, you will find that they have given, you can be able to fork that smart contract and create your own version of Uniswap or PancakeSwap with a different protocol, something. So there is no limit.
Okay.
Yeah, so there is no limit. So long as you know how to work with Solidity and yeah. So
Okay,
these are all
thank you.
the contracts which are available, and they are available on either Scan and also on GitHub. So some projects are open source, others are not. But there is no need for yeah. I don't know why they make okay. Yeah. So we have yeah. So the other point I think I'll mention briefly, so that we will have something to talk about tomorrow. That is the types of blockchain. So there are different types of blockchains depending with as I mentioned in the beginning of this lesson. I mentioned that that not all problems requires blockchain, and not all blockchain and not all solutions, and not all blockchain based solutions require like the public blockchain, because it's mainly what most people know about. They think that since blockchain is transparent, is public to the general public, what should I do if I don't want my company's revenue and profits? I don't want people to see them. So there are different types of blockchains. We have public blockchain, we have private blockchain, we have consortium blockchain, and we have hybrid blockchain. So the DLT concept has changed the way we solve things around us. It gives organizations the ability to work without depending on a centralized entity. Distributed technology solves the drawbacks of centralization, but in itself brought a lot of other problems to solve when it comes to applying blockchain technology to different scenarios. So for instance, Bitcoin is used an insufficient consensus algorithm, that is proof of work. It requires the nodes to solve mathematical calculation using energy. Initially, it was not a problem, but as soon as difficulty increased, the time and energy required to solve these mathematical problems has also increased. So you will in these types of blockchain, these different the four types of blockchains are solving different problems that some were created by Bitcoin, some which were some of these problems were never addressing in the initial development of Bitcoin itself. So this insufficiency makes it not suitable for any system that needs to stay efficient no matter what. So for example, bank deals with a lot of transactions every day. So this blockchain type is not suitable for it. There were other problems associated with first generations of blockchain, including scalability, no automation, and so on. Now, since we have established an understanding that the need for blockchain technology, there is a need for different types of blockchain technologies. And it's yeah. So I'll explain the first one, which is a public blockchain. So a public blockchain is an restrictive or permissionless distributed ledger system. Anyone who has access to the internet can sign in on a blockchain platform to become an authorized node and to be a part of the blockchain network. So to show you how you can sign on a blockchain, logged into
MetaMask.
my MetaMask wallet. Sorry. And then I spoke of having mainnet. As you can see, I'm currently connected to the mainnet, which uses etherscan.io as the explorer. So I'll go to my to testnet. I normally use Linkbay, and then I have another wallet which has 28 test ethers. And what I will do is I want to send to the other one, this one, which has 5 ETH. So I'll go and copy my wallet. So I've copied my wallet, and I'll go to this one, and so I'm actually signing on this network, and I will paste my wallet there, and then under the amount I like 5 ETH. So I will send 5 ETH to my other wallet, and then click on the next button. And then this is now how you sign you sign in a blockchain. You create all you like on a blockchain. So it can be a message, it can be a text, it can be anything. So any record that you want to store on a blockchain, may it be patient records, you have to sign them as transactions to input, and you have to pay a gas fee. So this is the gas fee that I will pay. That is 0.0002. This is the gas limit, and we have the gas price in GUI. And this is the total amount that I'll be sending. So if I confirm, I'll automatically create that transaction, and I can go view it on the testnet. So this is the testnet. And then my transactions has been confirmed by, let me share this link there. Everyone. So I'll also share this transaction. And yeah, so I'm waiting for the transaction. Yeah, the transaction has been confirmed successfully. So I've created a transaction from this wallet to this other wallet. I'll share for you, everybody, so that everybody can be able to see. So there is the transaction, and you can be able to access it. So yeah, so let's go back to our wallet. And as you can see, my ETH has reduced from 28 to 23. And the other wallet has now 10 ETH. So that's how you sign. You sign in a public blockchain, and you are able to view these records in real time, and every person who is concerned to this transaction can be able to see. So there is no way I can be able to reverse this transaction or change this entire information So that's how you sign in a public blockchain. So anyone who has access to the internet can sign in on a blockchain platform to become an authorized node and be a part of the blockchain network. So that is the public blockchain. So everybody has access. Anybody anyone who has access to internet can sign in on a blockchain platform to become an authorized node and be part of the blockchain network. So a node or user which is a part of the blockchain is authorized to access current and past record, verify transaction, or do proof of work for an incoming block and do mining. So there are examples of public blockchain. That is Bitcoin. We have Ethereum. We have Cero. We have Litecoin. We have others like Solana. We have others like Polkadot, and we have others like Avalanche. Yeah. So these are some examples of blockchain. So we will be dealing with Ethereum for this course. We will deal with Ethereum because Ethereum is the second largest blockchain, and it has a wide range of community and it has a wide range of tools. Yeah. So we'll focus on Ethereum. So this the Explorer, the Ethereum Explorer, or Etherscan blockchain Explorer. So I've shared the links for Etherscan, and there's blockchain demo, and I've also shared Linkbay is a test net, and I'll also share the MetaMask extension link where you can be able to download. MetaMask is a wallet, so we'll also dive deep into wallet as we are developing the smart contracts. We will know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So MetaMask is one of sample wallet that we will cover in this course. So the other type of blockchain is private blockchain. So a private blockchain is a restrictive or permission blockchain, operative only in a closed network. Private blockchain are usually used within an organization or enterprises where only selected members are participants of a blockchain network. So uses of a private blockchain deployed for voting. So I think the first country that you let me see, I don't remember let me check. There is this country that did their first elections on blockchain. Dubai's citizens records or digital identity is all in the blockchain space, all in blockchain environment. They have actually transferred all the digital records or all the citizens' digital records. That is the passport, the ID, birth certificates, education, they have moved them into the blockchain space. So another thing is uses of private blockchain is supply chain and management. So in supply chain, we have IBM Food Chain in collaboration with Nesto and Walmart. They have created a way they are able to track food using blockchain. Also this was another, I think I closed it. This was another example, a good example of how blockchain legendary blockchain was used to track coronavirus vaccine into hospitals in UK. Yeah, so in England, UK, the health service facilities were able to use blockchain to use AI and blockchain to track the vaccines temperatures. That they used Hedra. Hedra is a company in the US that deals with that is a blockchain organization, and then there was another company that deals with AI. So the reason why they used blockchain for this specific problem is because COVID vaccines were supposed to be stored in minus 70 degrees, and because of the nature of the pandemic, doctors had a hard time recording the data. So using hard time recording data every day. So using AI sensors, AI's all sensors on the fridges, and uploading that data real time into the blockchain. That's how they were able to do that tracking. Also in supply chain, Masek, which is the world's leading container exports, container or transporters. They are using blockchain because in transportation of goods using containers, there are many, like there are a lot of stakeholders who are involved, and different companies involved. So they are trying to implement blockchain into the existing systems. So as I had mentioned about digital identity in Dubai. The other one is asset ownership. So in asset ownership, we have companies that are developing in asset ownership, that is NFTs, where artists are able to sell a copy of sell rights of their digital art. And also in music, there is a company in US which is creating a solution in music industry where artists have ownership of their music without having to transfer the rights to other brokers. Yeah, and also in this is something that I would think it would really work maybe in countries like in Africa. If somebody comes up with a solution on blockchain that uses blockchain in ownership of real estate and RAD, where title deeds are transferred through blockchain, because most times here in Africa, people kill each other because of title deeds and assets. Yeah. So examples of such blockchain are Hyperledger Fabric. We have enterprise Ethereum. Ethereum has a private blockchain, that is Ethereum Enterprise. We have Coda, we have Ripple, and Quorum. Yeah. Another use that can be used for private blockchain is students or education. There is a Tomo chain. Tomo chain is a good example of Tomo chain. Tomo chain is an example of a blockchain application in school. Yeah. So Hyperledger Fabric is one of the popular private blockchain platforms on the list so far. In reality, Hyperledger Fabric is full of features that can be in use in any kind of industry. Also, it comes with permissioned access, so any member has to authorize their identity before they can get into it. In Ethereum Enterprise is actually one of the new addition as of today. Ethereum is actually a public blockchain that got traction based on the features it introduced, but it was difficult for enterprises, companies to even use those features as it is a fully public network. So Coda is another great platform that you can look into. Has two types of version. One is open source and another one is for commercial usage. But Coda blockchain is more suited for financial industries such as banking sectors, insurances, real estate, and so on. Ripple is a private blockchain platform that is solely for financial sectors. Comes with a native token of its own and uses this. You can complete transaction within second. Yeah. Quorum is the last one on my list, and JP Morgan is the one behind the success of Quorum. Quorum is a private version of Ethereum, but the developers tweaked the Ethereum platform to make certain moderations and make it enterprise friendly. So these are some of more use cases of a private blockchain. We have trading, we have supply chain management, have retail, we have governmental services, have healthcare, we have insurance, and yeah. So let's go to the next part. Consortium blockchain. Consortium blockchain is a semi-decentralized type where more than one organization manages a blockchain network. Consortium blockchain are typically used by banks and government organizations. So examples are Energy Web Foundation, R3. So this one I haven't seen many companies using consortium blockchain. Yeah. So there is less examples on that. Then we have hybrid blockchain. So hybrid blockchain is a combination of the private and public blockchain. It uses the features of both types of blockchain. That is, one can have a private permission-based system as well as a public permissionless system. So think of a hybrid whereby you want to conceal the, or you want some of the your company's transactions to be private, and then you also want to be transparent to your employees, to show them that this company is transparent, and also want to be transparent to the shareholders. So you kind of create a semi permissioned or a hybrid blockchain. So with such a hybrid network, users can control who gets access to which data stored in the blockchain. Only a selected selection of data or records from the blockchain can be allowed to go public, keeping the rest as confidential in private network. The hybrid system of blockchain is flexible so that users can easily join a private blockchain with multiple public blockchain. So examples are Dragon Chain, IBM Food Trust. So you want for IBM Food Trust, the way see it is that they want to make food supply to the users as food supply and origin of food to be public to users, but at the same time conceal the financial information of certain companies, that is Walmart and the other partners involved in IBM Food Trust. So it works by generating so basically how the hybrid blockchain works by creating the hashed data blocks using the private network, and then storing that data into public without compromising data privacy. So a public or private blockchain cannot solve every problem out there. So that's the reason why they came up with a hybrid blockchain for different organizations and companies that want to take advantage of blockchain, but do not want to expose their ethical business data and processes to the whole world. So it's in Fin uses a hybrid blockchain using Ethereum for the public component. So these are some of the use cases of hybrid blockchain, and we have hybrid IoT, like the one which was used for COVID vaccine, tracking COVID-19 vaccines. We have global finance and trade. We have in banking sectors like JP Morgan's. We have supply chains. We have governments and enterprise services. So if an enterprises can use hybrid blockchain to automate their services and improve their reliability, trust, and transparency for both the employees and the end users in industries such as aviation and supply chain. Yeah, so those are the types of blockchain. Yeah. So if anyone has a question, feel free to ask. I hope I'm not too fast or yeah. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, with you. Thank you so much. I really understand what you're teaching all day. But about this hybrid blockchain, and you talked about the Dubai storing the information on blockchain.
Yeah.
What about, is there no any means that hackers can compromise the database, or what about if the database crashed or something?
One thing from this part, from this diagram, I did say that the difference between a normal database, that is the SQL database or non-SQL database, is that it has one single point of storage of all access. So if that one single access point fails, then the entire system is compromised, or the system does not exist. But with distributed, with blockchain, the data is distributed. So every single node has a copy of that data, Every single node has a copy of that data. Yeah. So think of which is the best? Think email address. So if you lose your phone, right now, you will still be able to access your email address, so long as you can remember your password.
Yes.
So the same case with blockchain. If you distribute your data, like if I distribute my information to everyone who is in this call, if I distribute my data to everyone, then if I lose my copy, I can, it's guaranteed that I will be able to get a copy from UJ. Yeah. And if UJ loses the copy, then I'll be sure that Ambrose has a copy of that data. Yeah. So it's yeah. So there is no way the blockchain can crash, because data is stored in every node. Everybody has access of that copy. And then another part you have asked about hacking. So in hacking, there is cryptographic mechanisms that are used in blockchain, and this cryptographic this cryptographic hash are the ones like these ones I did so data in blockchain is encrypted, so long as you have the same, like this let's say TEG will generate a hash, a secure hash 254. So there are different methods of cryptography. We have MD5, which is mainly used in password hashing. It's a weak crypto hash, because it's easily breakable. And it's easily hackable. But with the secure hash algorithm, which was created for NASA, it was a NASA creation, secure hash algorithm 256. There are different hashing technologies, or different method of hashing data. So with this hash, so long as you have this hash, anybody who has this hash can be able to know what I encrypted here. They will be able to know that This
Okay,
is what
it's just like coding.
yeah, it's just like coding. Yeah. So if yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So anybody who has this hash, they will be able to know what, using the right tool, they can be able to break this hash. But from my experience and from the different hacks that you have had, that has happened in crypto, in blockchain space, most of them are organized by the developers. All are mostly inside jobs that developers themselves do the hacking, and then they say that they were hacked by unknown hackers, but they are the ones, especially on centralized exchanges. On centralized exchanges, we've had people say that the like a certain exchange was hacked. Yeah, so those hacks normally happen are normally done by the hackers of the workers of that organization. Yeah. So I hope I've answered your question, Jay. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we have come to an end of today's lesson. So we have there are a few people who joined late. That is Hussein and Kennedy. We Hussein, you can do some. You can introduce yourself. Yeah, same. And Kennedy, if you guys are there. Hello. Hello.
Hello, we can hear you. We can hear you. So
Yeah.
I think so. We are done for today, right?
Yeah. Today we are done for today.
Okay. Thank you.
So there is a question, Ambrose. Belong to say blockchain users are distributed. No, you're not long. Yeah, you are not long. You are not long that blockchain is a distributed database. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. That's a good one.
Hello, Ambrose.
Yes, I can hear you.
Ambrose.
Yes, I can hear you.
You were saying something.
No. I said that's a good one. I mean,
Oh,
you
okay.
answered the question.
Okay.
I said that's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope this has been worth your time, and hope to see you tomorrow. Yes. Bye.